the sole desire of every family in every society. But the issue of broken home is on the high side in most of our societies today. Our today's talk show will be on the theme Effects of Broken Home on Children. Hello viewers, thanks for once again joining us on today's talk show. I'm your host, Aisha Maman Modu from Meduguri Capital School, and with me in the studio I have by my right
Malam A. Hamidu of Maiduguri Innovative School.
and next to him,
Saleh Mustafa Ali from El Kelami College of Islamic Theology.
and by my left,
Fatima Jibril Mustafa from El Kanemi College of Islamic Theology.
and next to her.
Maryam Bamay Umar from El Kanemi College of Islamic Theology.
You're all highly welcome.
Thank you.
Starting with Fatima. Fatima, can you enlighten us on what a home is?
First of all, I'm glad to be on this show today. A home in this context may be referred to as a marriage institution that unites a man and a woman for the purpose of having their offsprings. It's therefore a dwelling place for family members to carry out various life activities together and to share their interests, love, joy, troubles, and can come together can come together to work for the purpose of the benefit of the family.
Thank you, Fatima. Saleh, what's your own contribution?
Well, a home is referred to a family living together and the way it behaves. The home is the basic unit of any society. It is made up of a group of persons who are united by ties of marriage, blood, or adoption, and who live together. A home starts with a young man and young woman who establishes relationship, become married, produce children, and take care of these children. When the children grow into adults, they in turn start their own home. The home is one of the most social institutions. It is affected by biological processes, psychological dynamic, cultural values, market condition, demographic changes, the institution of industrial capitalism, government, and welfare agencies. Internally, home contains different age and sex configuration depending on its members, stages of life, and household arrangement. Thank you.
Thank you, Saleh. Mariam, what's your take?
Thank you. A home is defined as a union between a man and a woman.
Thank you, Mariam. Hamidu, what's your view?
A home is defined as a family or social unit occupying a permanent residence. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamidu. Getting to the next question. Fatima, when is a home said to be broken?
A home is said to be broken when one of the partner is absent to carry out his or her responsibilities towards that family, or when the parents do not live together, and as a result, the children suffer from different life challenges. Family members might not get along. Those life challenges are isolation, lack of parental care, drop out of school, etc. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. Hamidu, what's your own contrary?
A home is said to be broken when the marriage tie between the couple is no more. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamidu. So, Saleh, what are the causes of a broken home?
Well, firstly, lack of time management. As the saying goes, proper preparation prevents poor performance. A lot of people find it difficult to make a good plan schedule for their daily activities, thereby neglecting their home at the expense of their work. I can't imagine home that careless about their children just because the parents are too busy. The ability to map out a good plan schedule makes a perfect home. Secondly, strange partner. In the home, some spouses are secretive in their attitude and the way of life. They smile when you expect them to react to something you know that hurt them. They never share their feelings with their partner. Some may even go to the extent of monitoring the schedule of their partner. This shows the lack of trust and confidence in the home. By so doing, the couples become strangers and the expected intimacy will be lacking. Thank you.
Thank you, Saleh. Mariam, what's your take on the causes of a broken home?
Well, there are many causes. There are many causes of a broken home. They include the following: external influence, and this is caused when the couples form the habit of allowing friends, relatives, etc., to have access in their marital affairs. Thank you.
Thank you. Mariam, Hamidu, what's your take?
The causes of broken home cannot be overemphasized as they emanate from one or more of the following. Firstly, lack of contentment. Lack of contentment, poverty, forced marriage, lack of mutual respect. Firstly, lack of contentment. One has to be contented with what he or she has. Believe in the future of your vision. Pray to God and pray to God about your life and be humble. Then it's well with you. For example, our current governor struggled hard to become who he is today. He worked through hardship throughout his past, but his wife still remained with him as a result of contentment. Thank you. Secondly, forced marriage. This is a type of marriage in which one or more of the parties is married without their consent against their will. Thirdly, poverty. It's the state or condition of being poor, extremely poor. It causes a broken home. Lastly, lack of mutual respect. When your marriage lacks mutual respect, it is typically torn. Unless something changes. Some psychologists say that respect is more important than love when it comes to factors that affect the success of marriage. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamidou. Fatima, what's your contribution?
One of the causes of broken homes is impatience. Impatience can be defined as the act of not being patient with your partner, because life brings about all kinds of challenges, and partners should be ready to accept all those challenges and walk over it, because it leads to a broken home. Secondly, infidelity. Infidelity is a very negative behavior. It is the act of not being faithful to your wife or husband. And infidelity leads to a broken home because a real relationship is based on trust. It keeps the relationship firm. And fidelity, when fidelity is no more, the relationship tends to fade gradually and ends. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. Still with you, what are the effects of a broken home?
The effects of broken home are numerous. A broken home affects the children and the society in many ways. It negatively affects all domains of child's development, and it has many factors such as the age of the child during the parent's separation, and on personality and family relationships. Although infants and young ones may experience some defect in their development, while older ones and teenagers may experience some problem in their social, educational, and
Thank you, Fatima. Saleh, what are the possible solutions to a broken home?
Well, firstly, think before you speak. This is a good practice, not only for mutual understanding, but also for a good relationship. By so doing, you may be able to communicate effectively with your spouse. It is not all about winning an argument, but it is about telling your concerns in a good way so that your partner can also understand. Try to be focused and clear on your thought so that he or she can effectively understand what you are trying to say. Secondly, accepting each other's flaws. Each one of us has flaws which we don't want to discuss or accept in front of others. We always try to hide our mistakes by pointing at others. I know sometimes it is difficult for you to accept your flaws in front of your partner, but in a great relationship, couples should accept each other's flaws and try to acknowledge them. Personally, I feel when both of you start admitting your imperfection and keep your patience level high, you can have a more mutual understanding with your spouse. Thank you.
Thank you, Saleh. Love, cohesion, unconditional love, cohesion, contentment, patience are expected in each and every home. A home is a social unit living together, and unity is the sole desire of every home where we can call, of every home in every society. Parents are the strong pillar of this home, and children are the joy that springs and brightens it. So when these pillars start to crumble, diminish, separation, divorce, and even sometimes lead to a broken home, and this has an adverse effect on the child or children in that home. To end the show, I hope listeners, viewers get to understand and know the causes of broken home. That brings us to the last question, which is calls on stakeholders, government, religious leaders. Starting with Fatima, what's your call on the stakeholders?
My call on the stakeholders is that they should be able to establish or create organizations that will investigate, help, and tackle problems of children involved in broken homes. And the stakeholders should be able to provide awareness for the parents of the children on effects of the broken homes and how it affects their children. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. Hamid, what's your call?
I call to the parents is that they shouldn't arrange marriage for their children. They should allow them their choices in order to avoid loveless, unhappy, trouble, failed marriage, and its breakdown. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamidu. Mariam, what's your own contribution?
Well, the stakeholders have a role to play in preventing broken homes. My call on them is to focus more on the issue of broken homes because it has a great effect on the society. They should also enlighten parents on the effects of broken home. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariam. Saleh, what's your take?
Thank you very well. My call on government and all other institutions to take all factors leading to a broken home serious in the society. Government should provide jobs for people as poverty leads to broken homes. Traditional leaders should admonish the people on the importance of being responsible. The stakeholders should also initiate and strengthen premarital and marital counseling. Religious leaders should preach against divorce. Thank you.
Thank you. To end the show, I hope listeners, viewers get to know the causes, effects, and possible solutions to a broken home. This program is brought to you by Elvira Global Foundation in collaboration with Borno Radio Television Corporation. I hope you will keep a date with us for another yet interesting episode. Parents and children are the
Part of the society. Let's strive to avoid broken home, for a child is always at the receiving end.